1. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. First up, we have The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. You know, the game that has turned every player into a scream into a mic dragonborn. Yes, we all love shouting Fus Ro Da like it's our job, but let's be real here. It's the NPCs that keep us coming back. Take Lydia, for instance. This girl follows you around like a lost puppy, but has the personality of a cardboard box. But then there's Parthernax, who's a dragon with the wisdom of 1,000 sages. He's like the Yoda of Skyrim, but with way more fire breath. And Cicero? He's the lovable, psychotic jester who will make you question your life choices while giggling maniacally. Seriously, if you're not worried about your sanity after talking to him, you're doing it wrong. 2. Red Dead Redemption 2. Next on our list is Red Dead Redemption 2, where the real stars are the NPCs, especially the members of the Van der Linde gang. Arthur Morgan? He's a solid protagonist, sure, but have you met Dutch? He's the charismatic leader who talks a big game but has all the stability of a three-legged horse on roller skates. Then there's Sadie Adler. This woman goes from grieving widow to gunslinging badass in the blink of an eye. Honestly, she's the kind of friend you want by your side when you're outnumbered by the local law. You could be like, Sadie, I forgot to pay my taxes, and she'd respond, don't worry, I'll just shoot the IRS. Talk about a friend with benefits. Who needs accountants when you've got a sharpshooter? And let's not forget the eccentric side characters, like the morally questionable bounty hunter who'd sell his own mother for a shiny dollar. RDR2 is a soap opera wrapped in a spaghetti western, and the NPCs are the ones making it juicy. Number 3. Mass Effect series. Now we're jumping into the Mass Effect series, where Commander Shepard is basically a glorified space babysitter. Sure, you can save the galaxy, but can you keep the gang together? Good luck. Garrus Vakarian, the Turian sniper, is the kind of guy who'd take a bullet for you, and then make a sarcastic comment about how he almost missed his target. And Tali? The Quarian tech whiz who probably has more emotional depth than half the main characters in other games. And can we talk about Mordin Solus? The genius scientist who also sings show tunes like he's on Broadway. If he isn't the life of the party, I don't know who is. But really, the magic happens when you start dating one of these NPCs. Because nothing says intergalactic romance like trying to woo a blue-skinned alien while fighting off rogue AIs. Who needs Tinder when you have Mass Effect? 4. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Next on the list is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, where Geralt of Rivia is basically the world's grumpiest monster hunter. And who can blame him? His job involves slaying monsters, dealing with political nonsense, and somehow finding time to comb his hair like a shampoo commercial model. But the real MVPs are the NPCs. Yennefer? She's got enough sass to power a small city and a personality that's as fiery as her spells. And Ciri? She's like the rebellious teenager we all wish we could have been. Running away from home to fight monsters while everyone else is stuck in traffic. Then there's the Bloody Baron. This guy is so layered, he's like an onion. But if the onion had a tragic backstory and a penchant for drinking, his quest is basically the most emotional roller coaster you'll ever ride. And you'll be questioning your life choices long after the credits roll. Number 5. Borderlands 2. Let's move on to Borderlands 2, the game that's basically a comic book come to life. While the playable characters are a colorful bunch, they can't hold a candle to the sheer madness of the NPCs. Hello, Handsome Jack. This guy is like if a sociopathic Disney villain decided to be a game show host. He's got the charm of a used car salesman mixed with the temperament of a rabid raccoon. And then there's Claptrap, the most annoying robot you'll ever meet, but you can't help but love him. He's like that one friend who constantly tells dad jokes but somehow makes you laugh every time. And let's not forget Tiny Tina, who has the energy of a sugar-fueled toddler. She's like a walking explosion of chaos, and her love for bombs and tea parties makes her the best kind of crazy. 6. Dragon Age Inquisition. Coming up next is Dragon Age Inquisition, where the Inquisitor is merely a puppet in a play written by the truly interesting characters. Sure, you can customize your character, but why bother when you've got the likes of Iron Bull and Varric around? Iron Bull is like that friend who's always down for a good time and isn't afraid to throw a punch. And Varric? He's the wisecracking dwarf with a flair for storytelling. Imagine if you mixed a bard with a pirate and then gave him a crossbow. voila, you have Varric. And let's not forget the emotional roller coaster that is Cassandra. She's got enough angst to fill a teen drama series, and you can't help but root for her to find happiness amidst the chaos of a fantasy world. 7. Grand Theft Auto 5. Now let's shift gears to Grand Theft Auto 5. Sure, you've got 3 playable characters, but the real stars of the show are the outrageous NPCs that roam Los Santos like they own the place. 'Cause let's be honest, they kind of do. Trevor is like that one friend who throws caution to the wind and expects everyone to keep up. He's chaotic, unpredictable, and probably needs a therapist. Then there's Franklin, the guy trying to keep it together in a world full of insanity. And Michael? He's having a midlife crisis that would put most of us to shame. But it's the side characters that make this game memorable. From the conspiracy theorists spouting nonsense to the random pedestrians who will give you life advice while you're trying to escape the police, every interaction feels like you're living in a wild crime movie where the NPCs have their own storylines. Number 8. Divinity: Original Sin 2. Next up is Divinity: Original Sin 2, where the main character is essentially the player's avatar for some of the best NPCs ever written. The customizable protagonists may have their moments, but the companions like Fane and Sibyl are the real showstoppers. Fane, the undead eternal, is like that one friend who shows up to the party and is just too cool for school. Meanwhile, Sibyl is the assassin with a heart, navigating through her dark past like a pro. And let's not forget the hilarious banter among the characters, which feels more like a sitcom than a role-playing game. When you're stuck in a battle with an impossible boss and your party is making jokes about your lack of skill, you realize that the NPCs are the true heroes, keeping your spirits high as you flail around trying to survive. Number 9. Persona 5. Now we arrive at Persona 5, where the protagonist is basically a glorified student trying to balance life, love, and the occasional heist. The real stars of the game, though, are the Phantom Thieves and the colorful cast of characters around them. Joker? He's great, but it's Morgana who steals the spotlight. This cat-like creature has enough sass to make even the grumpiest players crack a smile. Then there's Ryuji, the lovable goofball who can't help but get himself into trouble. And let's not forget Makoto, the ultimate overachiever who keeps the team in check while still managing to be totally relatable. The interactions with these characters are what really drive the narrative as they navigate high school drama, supernatural powers, and the occasional existential crisis together. Who needs a therapist when you have a bunch of friends who also happen to be superheroes? 10. The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Last but certainly not least is The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. Now Link may be the hero of Hyrule, but let's face it, he's about as expressive as a rock. Enter the NPCs, who bring the world to life with their vibrant personalities and quirky interactions. The champions are unforgettable characters, each with their own quirks and backstories. Urbosa is like the cool aunt you wish you had, while Rivali is the ultimate show-off who just can't help but flaunt his skills. And let's not forget the delightful side quests that introduce us to characters who are just trying to get by in a post-apocalyptic world. Even the little things, like the NPCs you meet in villages, add charm to the game. From the quirky shopkeepers to the villagers with their oddball requests, they make Hyrule feel like a living, breathing world. And who doesn't love a good cooking quest with some outrageous dish? Sure, I'll make you a gourmet meal. Just need to catch some flamingo chickens and sprinkle them with fairy dust. So there you have it, folks. 10 games where NPCs outshine the main characters, proving that sometimes the sidekicks and quirky side stories are where the real magic happens. From dragons and bounty hunters to intergalactic companions, these NPCs remind us that gaming isn't just about slaying monsters. It's about the wild ride of personalities that make every adventure unforgettable. Now, go forth and play. And remember, always pay attention to the NPCs. They might just have more to say than your main character ever will.